The moment you answer this one question at a car dealership, you just handed them $6,000. I have been in this industry for 25 years. Dealerships have 5 traps designed to extract profit you will never see. I am going to show you all 5 and exactly how to avoid them. You have seen it before. Parking lot full of balloons, DJ playing hits from 2 decades ago, inflatable gorilla waving at traffic, tables under white tents with salespeople holding clipboards. It is a trap. Every single one of these high-energy promotions exists for one reason: to separate you from thousands you would not have lost at a quiet dealership. Listen closely. If a dealership is operating in a legitimate high-demand market, they do not need balloons, they do not need a DJ, they do not need tents. Cars sell themselves. Quiet dealerships are closing deals every day without confetti. So why the spectacle? Because the dealership is either desperate or predatory, often both. Desperate means they need to move inventory before floor plan interest buries them. Predatory means they exploit urgency to rush you into a deal you will regret. The salespeople working that tent are often not even employed by the dealership. They are contractors. Traveling teams that move city to city for a cut of profit. No accountability, no reputation. Here is what happens. You walk up, friendly face, clipboard. You think you are in control. You are not. 2 minutes later, they are walking you toward the lot, and you just told them exactly how to close you. The price they are quoting is not real. The trade value is inflated. The payment is missing fees, interest, and reality. You will not know this until you are in the finance office. By then, you have spent 2 hours, you have a test drive, you have fallen in love, and now the finance manager is showing you the real numbers. $3,000 to $5,000 higher than what the tent guy promised. Most people sign because walking away after 2 hours feels like failure. That is the design. But wait, what about those mailers? The ones with scratch-off tickets showing you won $5,000 or a new car? Those are lies with postage. You scratch it off, shows you won the top prize, you drive to the dealership holding it like a lottery ticket, they take it to the back, come back disappointed, you won a $5 gift card, you did not win anything. The math is brutal. 40 cents per mailer, $20,000. If they close 10 deals and make $3,000 per deal, that is $30,000 in profit, $10,000 return. This changes everything. The tent sale is not a sale. It is a marketing expense. You are funding their advertising budget. Here is the red flag checklist. Balloons, tents, off-site events, traveling teams, scratch-off mailers, key mailers, radio ads screaming about savings. Walk away. But what if they say it is a manufacturer promotion? Ask for documentation. Say, show me in writing the manufacturer authorized this. Give me their contact number. They will stall. That stall is the tell. Manufacturer incentives are public. 30 seconds on the website shows the truth. Here is your move. You see the tent? You do nothing. You email 5 dealerships. I am purchasing this vehicle within 72 hours. 5 dealerships are competing. Send me your best out-the-door price by 6 p.m. or you are eliminated. Quiet dealerships respond in 20 minutes with real numbers. Tent sale dealerships do not respond. Or they ask you to come in, delete them. The moment you see balloons, you are looking at a dealership that thinks you are easy. Prove them wrong. When they ask what you want your payment to be, say this: I only negotiate the total price. Show me the out-the-door number with all fees. The small talk is over. They know what car you want. And now comes the question. So what are you looking to spend per month? It is a cognitive trap. The moment you answer, you just hand them $3,000 to $6,000. You hear payment, and your mind shifts from total cost to monthly budget. Maybe you are at $400 a month. Maybe you could stretch to $500. So you say it, I would like to stay around $450. They smile. Great. Let me run some numbers. You just lost? Listen closely. Payment is not the price. Payment is a function of 4 variables: the price, the interest rate, the loan length, the trade value. When you tell them your payment target, you give them permission to manipulate all 4 while maximizing profit. Here is the play. You said $450, the car costs $30,000. At 5% over 60 months, that is $415. Too low, they need $450. So they adjust, they raise the rate to 7%, payment is $460, they just made $1,500 in finance reserves. Or they extend the loan to 72 months, payment drops to $380. So they add a warranty, paint protection, gap insurance, the total is now $35,000, payment back to $450. You got your number. They got $5,500 in back-end profit. Or they lowball your trade. You said it is worth 8,000, they appraise it at 5, now you are financing 3,000 more. They turned your trade equity into loan terms. Payment is not the transaction. Payment is the distraction. You want to avoid this? Never answer the payment question. You negotiate the price. Only price. Total out the door with every fee. One number, in writing, then you discuss payment. Here is your script. They ask what payment you want. You say, I only negotiate the total price. Show me the out the door number with all fees. They push back. You repeat. I am not discussing payment until I see the total price in writing. What is your best out the door number? They will try again. You hold the line. I negotiated the price. What is your number? Eventually, they give it, or they do not. If they do not, you walk. Once the price is locked, then you talk about payment. Here is your defense. Every $1,000 you finance costs $20 per month at 5% over 60 months. So if you are financing $30,000, payment should be around $600 at 5%. If they quote $700, something is wrong. You make them show the breakdown, pull out your phone, open Google, type car payment calculator, input the loan amount, the rate, the term. It gives you the exact payment. Do this in front of them. They quote a payment. You plug in their numbers. If it matches, great. If not, you ask why. Most of the time, they cannot, because the difference is profit. If you end up in finance, you need to see a worksheet. That worksheet must have the price, the rate, the term, the fees, all in writing. If the worksheet does not show the APR, stop. Say, I need to see the interest rate now. A worksheet with no APR is a legally protected lie. Walk. Payment negotiation is where 60% of dealership profit lives. Not on price, on the back end, on the rate, on the term, on products, on the trade. If you anchor on price, you cut off their access. One more thing. They love to ask what your current payment is. Do not answer. If you answer, they extend the term to 84 months, same monthly. But 7 years instead of 5, that is $12,000 in extra interest. The payment question only works if you answer it. Do not answer. Redirect to price. Demand the out the door total. Use the $20 rule. Audit the worksheet. Make them show the APR. If they refuse, walk. The payment trap and the tent sale trap. 2 down, 3 more to go. If you want the rest of these files, subscribe. I pull one tactic from the industry every week that dealerships do not want you to see. Negotiate the entire deal from your couch. Email, text, phone. Never walk into the showroom until the price is set in writing. You think the showroom is neutral ground. It is not. It is hostile territory. You pull in. Cameras track you. Salespeople watch which car you approach, how long you look. You have not spoken to anyone, but they already have a profile. The lighting makes cars look better. The music is calculated. The temperature keeps you comfortable. Every element is weaponized. You meet the salesperson. Friendly. Offers coffee. Start asking questions. What brings you in? What are you driving? Every question extracts information they will use against you. You tell them you want an SUV. They ask your budget. Red flag. Do not answer. But most people do. I am looking to stay around $500 a month. Now, the salesperson has everything they need. They are not checking inventory. They are talking to their manager. The manager is running numbers, figuring out how to maximize profit while hitting your payment target. You have been there 45 minutes. You have a test drive. You have bonded, and you have not discussed the price yet. That is intentional. Now comes negotiation. They pull out a worksheet. You see the payment, $50 higher than you wanted. You push back. They leave. You sit, waiting. They come back. We can get you to $475. Still higher, but closer. You are tired. You agree. You just paid $3,000 for sitting in their building. The building is where resistance gets worn down. You want to win? Negotiate from home. You identify the car, you find 5 dealerships that have it, you send them all the same email. I am purchasing a year, make, model trim within 72 hours. I am contacting 5 dealerships. Send me your best out the door price, including all fees by 6 p.m. or you are eliminated. Good dealerships respond within an hour with a real number. Bad dealerships ask you to come in, delete the bad responses, pick the lowest, email them back. Your price is the lowest. I will move forward if you confirm this in writing. When can I see it? They confirm. Now you have a locked price. Now you go to the building, but not to negotiate, to inspect and sign paperwork. You say the price we agreed to in writing was the agreed price. You are now saying a different number. We are done. When you negotiate remotely, you control the environment. You can walk away by closing your laptop. Never agree to an appointment before you have a price in writing. If they say, we need you to come in for an accurate quote, that is a lie. If they say our best prices are only in person, that is also a lie. The quiet dealership that responds with a real number in 20 minutes wants to earn your business on merit. Choose merit. Do not mention your trade-in until you have a new car price locked in writing. Not until you say this: I have a trade-in. I know what it is worth. Here are 3 third-party appraisals. Match the highest, or I sell it privately. Your trade is not an asset. It is a variable. The moment you introduce it, the dealer will use it to erase every dollar you fought for. You walk in. You negotiated the new car down to $28,000. You fought hard. They came down $2,000. Then they ask, do you have a trade-in? You say yes. 2019 sedans. Clean title, 70,000 miles. They take your keys. 15 minutes later, we can give you $6,000. You know your car is worth $9,000. You checked 3 sources. You have offers in writing. You tell them. They nod sympathetically. Our appraiser found issues. Tires are worn. Small dent. $6,000 is strong. You push back. They come back. We can do 7. That is as high as we go. You agree to 7,000. You think you lost 2,000 on the trade. You lost 4,000. Listen closely. The moment you agreed to 7,000, the dealership reworked the entire deal. That 2,000 you fought for, it just came back. They lowered your trade by 2,000 and raised the new car price by 2,000. Here is the math. New car, 28,000. Trade, 9,000. Net cost, 19,000 financed. But the real deal is a new car, 30,000. Trade, 7,000. Net cost, 23,000 financed. You just agreed to finance 4,000 more. Over 60 months at 5%, that is an extra $80 per month, $4,800. For the same car, research your trade value before you contact a dealership. 3 sources minimum. Online appraisal tools, competitor dealer offers, private party listings. The dealership is watching for one signal: hesitation. If you pause when they lowball your trade, they know you guessed your number. Guessing costs you $2,000. You negotiate the new car first. Get price locked in writing. Only after you have that price do you mention the trade. Here's your script. The deal is done. New car price locked at $28,000. You say, I have a trade-in. They ask for your keys. You say, no, not yet. I already appraised my car independently. I have offers from 3 sources showing $9,000. I will provide the car for inspection after you confirm you can meet or beat $9,000. If not, I sell it privately. This changes everything. You took the trade appraisal out of their control. Never let them take your keys until trade value is agreed to in writing. The moment they take your keys, they have leverage. They are not appraising it, they are letting time pass. Refuse to surrender your keys. If they insist they need to inspect, you say, fine. I will walk out with your appraiser right now. 5 minutes. I am not giving you my keys until we agree on a value. Never accept the first trade offer, ever. You counter, always. They offer 7,000. You say, based on market data, I need 9,000. Can you get there? They will say no. You say okay. Then I will sell it privately. You start to leave. Most of the time they call you back. They come back with 8,500. You counter. I can meet you at 8,750. You just made $750 by walking toward the door. Comment on the worst trade-in scam you have seen. I am mapping how widespread this tactic is. If they lowballed you by 2,000 or more, drop the amount below. Let me know what they tried. They told you inventory is tight. They told you this is the only one. They told you someone else is looking at it right now. Create a bidding war between 5 dealerships and watch all 3 lies collapse. The scarcity of lies taps into fear. That fear makes you rush. Rushing makes you pay more. You find the car, you contact the dealership, you push back. Then they say, this car just came in. We have had a lot of interest. I have another customer coming this afternoon. If you want it, we need to move fast. You rush over, test drive. They bring you inside. Start running numbers. They say that another customer is on their way. If you want this car, I need a deposit right now. You panic. You put down $500. You also just agreed to a price that is $3,000 over market. The other customer never existed. Dealerships manufacture urgency because urgency kills competition. If you think the car will be gone tomorrow, you do not call 4 other dealers, you do not research pricing, you just buy. But scarcity is sometimes real. How do you tell the difference? You create competition. You identify 5 dealerships. You send all 5 the same message. I am purchasing a year, make, model trim within 72 hours. Send me your best out-the-door price, including all fees by 6 p.m. or you are eliminated. If inventory is truly scarce, most dealerships will not negotiate. They ignore your email or respond with MSRP. That tells you scarcity is real. But if 3 out of 5 respond with competitive pricing, scarcity is manufactured. Now you use that leverage. You take the lowest quote. You send it to the other 4. Dealership X quoted me, price. Can you beat it? 2 will beat it. You send that to the original dealer. Dealership Y just beat your price. Can you match or beat them? This is a bidding war. Bidding wars destroy scarcity lies. What if they say, this is the last one? Ask for the VIN. Say, give me the VIN and I will check. If they hesitate, that hesitation is the tell. Dealerships have inventory on the ground, but they also have inventory in transit. Cars built but not delivered. Cars at the port, but most salespeople will not tell you unless you ask. Here is your question. What do you have in transit or waiting for chips? Most of the time they will find something. Maybe it will arrive in 2 weeks, maybe 6, but it exists. You use this to remove urgency. They say this is the only one. You say, what about incoming inventory? They find 3 units arriving next month. You say, great, I will wait. Now urgency is gone. Most dealerships have access to dealer-only auctions. They can source almost any car within a week. Can you source this at auction? What is your fee? Some will say yes, usually $500 to $1,500. You pay that fee. They source it, you get the car at auction price plus their fee. The ones who say no are lying. Every franchise dealer has auction access. Move on. Scarcity is a choice. Your job is to force them to create options. What if the car really is hard to find? You still have leverage. You have time. Time is your weapon. Because every day they do not sell that car, they pay floor plan interest. They say someone else is looking at it. You say, great, let them buy it. I will wait for the next one. Watch how fast urgency disappears. Before you commit, calculate the total cost of ownership. Not just purchase price, not just payment. The total cost. Purchase price, insurance, maintenance, fuel, registration. Depreciation. Verify that the total does not exceed 15% of your pre-tax income. Get the VIN. Call your insurance agent. Research maintenance costs. Calculate fuel cost. Add registration and taxes. Estimate depreciation. Add it all up. Divide by the number of months you will own it. That is your true monthly cost. Most people skip this, and most people are financially drowning 6 months later wondering how a $400 payment became an $800 problem. If that number exceeds 15% of your monthly pre-tax income, walk away. Payment is one variable. Insurance might be another $200, maintenance another $100, fuel another $150. Suddenly your $400 payment is an $850 total cost. That is the number that matters. Scarcity is a sales tactic. Urgency is a manipulation tool. Someone else looking at the car is a story. Inventory exists. Incoming units exist. Auction access exists. Your job is to force the dealership to compete on merit instead of fear. You do that by shopping at multiple dealers, by asking for incoming inventory, by requesting auction sourcing, by calculating total cost, by being willing to walk. The quiet dealer who shows you incoming units and offers to source from auction wants your business. The loud dealer who says this is the last one and someone is coming right now wants your panic. Choose the one who wants your business. 5 tactics. Thousands saved. The tent, the payment trap, the building, the trade hostage, the scarcity lies. You see them now. You cannot unsee them. And now neither can the person you send this to. Share it, save them, win. If this opens your eyes, it hits like so, more people see it. The algorithm buries videos dealerships do not want you to watch. Everyone fights that. And send this to someone buying a car right now. They are walking into one of these 5 traps tomorrow. You just became the only person who can warn them. Do it now.